I don't think it will come as a surprise to anyone to hear me say America is a violent society. We were birthed in violence, and we have pursued a violent course as we have pursued our national self-interest. I don't mean simply war as a solution to international problems. I mean environmental degradation as a fix for consumer problems. I mean incarceration as a fix for domestic problems. I mean high stakes testing in our schools as a fix for our need to pretend that we are in charge of public education, that we are fixing it. And I think what's most important about what I'm trying to say here is not simply that we are a society that practices violence in all kinds of forms, from war to racism to all the rest, but that we are addicted to violence. What that means is that, like the addict, we don't really care that the violence doesn't work. We don't really care that it doesn't solve anything. I don't think there's a person alive and awake on the planet who thinks that violence is really the way to world peace, or that incarceration is really the way to solve the problem of crime, or that high stakes testing is really serving our children well. On every level of our national life, I don't think we really believe that, that violence is a true solution. But like the addict, we need the fix. We need the fix of using violence, even though we know that the day after tomorrow we're going to wake up feeling worse than we do today. And that's a very serious problem. It seems to me that we don't have the cultural will or the wit to do the hard and painful work of withdrawal, of getting clean and sober from this fix that keeps not working.
I'd like to ask you, just to follow up there on violence, you have a very subtle understanding of violence that I've read in your writings. I wish you could say a little bit more about this
Right.
experience of violence.
Well, I think violence is what happens anytime we violate the integrity of the other. So it isn't just about dropping a bomb or shooting a bullet, which is a pretty narrow lens on the nature of violence. But whenever we violate the integrity of the other, and I think when you start looking at violence that way, you start understanding that we really are addicted to it because we're constantly violating the identity and integrity of the other.